We've all been there before, knowing that our hopes and dreams are slipping away with every second that goes by. Usually these frantic last seconds end with the ball landing on the ground with a heavy thud. But every once in a while, something special happens. Somehow, you score with 0 seconds left on the clock, and you scream like a little girl. There have been some pretty special goals in the history of competitive Rocket League. These are the moments that have proven Rocket League can be a great esport, and it's that simplicity of just needing to score a goal before the clock runs out that really makes Rocket League feel so much like a traditional sport. Today, I'm counting down my picks for the greatest 0-second goals of all time. This is a really fun one, guys, so make sure to stay tuned, and also be sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Alright, on to the list. The stakes weren't necessarily as high for this game as some of the other games that I'm going to show you, but the series between Mocket and Frontline was really an awesome match. Really, I've included it because it shows how a team should handle trying to score with 0 seconds left.
Huge comeback from Frontline has resulted, once this ball hits the floor, in a major game drop, although Fairypeak's going to have an opportunity. He's put it onto the net.
Oh my God!
What a game!
He's actually able to put it around the final defender, Fairypeak, following this up after pass. She taps it right to him. Beautiful pass, seeing the opening in the corner.
It takes a certain kind of rotation and positioning to make something like this work. The series would end up going all the way to overtime in Game 5, where Frontline ultimately took the win. If you haven't seen this series, leave this video now and just go watch the entire thing. It is hands down the best 1v1 series I've ever seen. This 0-second goal in Game 2 was just one of the many great moments that occurred during Firewall's and Firstkiller's 1v1 match on Johnny Boy's stream. This was a great moment for Firewall after losing by 11 goals in the first game.
Gotta be careful not to get demoed as he runs up the wall. Just escaping the wrath of Firstkiller. Can he do the dribbling challenge? Firewall against the clock, and he gets it! We are all tied up in the series. Firstkiller tries to ground it, but Firewall, he's been doing his dribbling challenge. Clutch under pressure. We have a tie series. Firstkiller gives him the nice shot because, of course, although we expect that to go in at this level, you have any idea what it's like to try and do that with all of you guys watching, ready to spam lull when you miss.
It was Game 4, and Jesse needed to force overtime to take the series without having to go to Game 5, and he was up 2 goals with just seconds left on the clock.
Good recovery. Slaps Jesse to the halfway line. Is that GG Game 4? Clayx with no interest in allowing Jesse to come in and take the ball. He might have to concede the last few seconds, though, to the Dutchman, who is up and gets the fake and the 4-pinch underneath Clay. That is a phenomenal play by Jesse. Very few ways to reliably score. Squashes it right under Clay, and are we going to see shenanigans on the kickoff? It might not be over just yet. Is it going to go up? It is in fact going to go up. Jesse has a chance. Clay closed the distance, but Jesse keeps it up again. It's going to roll, stays up. Jesse on 0 seconds puts it in, and Clayx gets punished for closing the distance. He tried to go for a 50-50. All he needed was the ball to touch the ground, but it rolled all the way around the corner. You have got to be kidding me, Jesse.
This series ended up going all the way to Game 5, and Jesse did end up taking the series. At this point, Kaydop and Deevo had already proven themselves to be 1v1 giants. They had faced off before with Kaydop taking the win. This time they were playing in the semifinals of Johnny Boy's EU Invitational. It looked as though Deevo had the match won as he was up a goal at match point with just 11 seconds left.
Is this the final chance of the game? Deevo has intercepted Kaydop, and will he land well? Yes, he will. Deevo's in the lead with a great interception. Barely avoids ruining his own chance by landing on the wrong side of the ball here. Oh my word, if he had touched the ball there, that would have ruined his opportunity, but he barely avoided it by leaning away at the last second. And now we're 11 seconds away from Deevo in the grand finals. But Kaydop with this little face-off has done it again. He's got another opportunity. It's not a free goal by any means, but Kaydop with a delicious strike. Almost finding the back of the net. Lets the ball bounce, and it is up on 0 seconds. Kaydop again uses ball cam to align himself. Tough angle shot. He tries, and Kaydop's done it! What a finish by Kaydop! He tied Marky Duda on 0 seconds, and he's done the impossible. Look at that angle! Oh my word. Deevo says, "Are you serious?" And I couldn't say it better. That is one of the best shots I have ever seen from Kaydop.
Deevo went on to win the game, however, after bumping Kaydop and scoring in overtime. The Season 4 RLCS LAN was a critical tournament for G2. After getting knocked down to the lower bracket by Gale Force, G2 went up against Mocket. They would actually end up shutting Mocket out in Game 1, but would go on to lose in Game 2 by 1 goal. Game 3 was tied as the clock ran down.
Very Peak and Freaky following along, 50-51 hard. Now Very Peak moving up and gets into the corner. Pashes into midfield, gets flicked by JNaps, gets the bump on Very Peak. He plays it away from Kronovi, just far enough away. Keep them from gaining the lead here in the final 10 seconds. Countdown happens, JNaps has ball control, gets a flick over 1. Kronovi's in a good position to put this through, gets the buzzer beater, and G2 takes the lead.
They're able to pull it off just last second. Kronovi able to push this through as JNaps and Rizzo put just enough pressure on the Freaky to force him to free jump for that. It goes off the backboard.
I don't think very many people expected G2 to be able to stick with the European powerhouse teams, but G2 would go on to win this series in Game 5 and end up finishing 4th place at LAN. I remember watching this match live, and it really looked to me when I was watching it live like the ball had actually hit the ground at 0 seconds.
Going into the lower bracket,
Could that be it?
Cooks, Timmy, we'll stop it off. 2, 1, a shot.
No,
They're
it's
down
in
there.
there.
Oh, they're tying up. They're tying up. What are you doing, Selfless? Frontside tactics with 0 seconds left. Pulls it back with a mistouch on defense from Selfless, and we're going in overtime.
This buzzer beater happened in Flipside's first match of the Season 3 RLCS LAN. Though Selfless had made some incredible plays just to force Game 5, Cooksier really took over with this 0-second goal and then this amazing shot in overtime.
Breezy to Markey. Cooks is waiting for that pass. He'll be up quick. He does off the backboard. A second touch from Cooksier. Oh my goodness! Cooksier! And Cooksier! 4-foot side tactics. Always coming out clutch. Will grab themselves a win to move themselves forward in the upper bracket. We saw this throughout the regional.
I've put this one at number 5 so you guys can stop thinking that my channel is basically just a tribute to Cooksier, which, you know, it kind of is. This was way back in Season 2 of RLCS, and it stands so high on my list mainly because of how long the clock was at 0 seconds.
Up to a lot, who's already airborne, sends one towards the net, cleared by Pashy. 8 seconds remaining. Dogu has to make the stop. He's got to turn on this one, but Violent Panda gets it past him. Deevo sends it into the corner. Final second, they've got to hold it up, get the full court carry as Dogu plays it off the wall, using that wall as a passer. A lot sends the shot towards the net. It's lofted. Can Dogu get there? He goes for the buzzer beater, and it goes in. The tie game. We're going to overtime.
I cannot believe Omandog pulled this off, a demonstration of showing that they can definitely bring it to these teams, keeping it alive.
This shot was actually saved by Deevo, but he cleared it right into Violent Panda and it went in the goal. Like so many great 0-second goals that force overtime, they usually just end in a loss. The main reason this is so high on my list is really the series as a whole. After losing 3 straight to PSG in the 3rd and 4th place game of the regional championship, Mocket was able to completely turn the match in their favor by winning 4 games straight. This is the first time that there's ever been a complete reverse sweep in a best of 7 in RLCS. And it would not have happened without this pass from Fairy Peak to Pashy to force overtime in Game 7.
10 seconds. Can they hold on? Or can Mocket send us to overtime once again? They've been so good in the overtimes here, but the clear doesn't come through. No, it's above the box, but nobody's in a great position. Fairy Peak puts it back. Pashy puts it in. We'll go to overtime in Game 7.
PSG, what are you doing? All 3 commit on that. No reason whatsoever, and it works out for Mocket. Overtime again, the last 2 going in Mocket's favor, and they have a chance to spoil it again.
A day that has been characterized by overtimes from Mocket comes down to an ultimate one. Freaky to drop it down, and it goes in. Mocket clinches the reverse sweep over PSG to clinch that 3rd place spot.
Making history, getting an extra.
You remember earlier that I talked about Firewall's 0-second goal in Game 2 of this series. This is how Game 5 actually came to an end.
Firewall gets in the mix. He has the ball close to him, but Firstkiller has all the boost. And he might just run down the clock. This is so smart from Firstkiller. We're going to have to see another 0-second goal from Firewall if he wants to win this. Oh, that's a decent touch though. Hold on. Firewall! He's done it! Are you kidding me? End to end. Pops it once, then nails the shot. Firstkiller can't keep it out. We are going to overtime. I don't know how he's done this.
This is no doubt one of the best performances in Rocket League history. And honestly, the whole series was nothing short of inspiring. Again, just go watch it. I know a lot of you are newer to the game and maybe weren't around when this happened, or maybe you just didn't really care to watch RLCS. So I'm just gonna play the clip without giving away what happens.
Bit of a sigh of relief, but they definitely are not out of the woods yet.
14 seconds left is plenty of time for any of these teams to work with it, how aggressive they're playing. And you know, Mocket's got nothing to lose right now, just go for it. They can put this one all the way out, get the full court carry, send us to overtime. Deevo in the air, plays it past Turtle. The jitter's coming through, Violent Panda passes it down, and Moses! The touch from Moses sends it away from the goal. Can they get it all the way? It's going! Violent Panda puts it in! We go to overtime!
Deevo gets that touch out to Violent Panda, keeping their composure enough to stay on offense. He turns around and gets the shot. Orbit thought they had that final touch. Moses with a great save, tying going into overtime in Game 5.
This incredible reverse sweep started Mocket's tear at the Season 2 RLCS Finals, where they would ultimately dominate the winner's bracket, only to lose to Flipside in the bracket reset. Alright, there are my picks for the greatest 0-second goals in Rocket League history. Let me know if I missed any. I'm sure I did, because I had actually forgotten the #1 pick until right before I recorded this. So make sure to subscribe if you like this video. I guess you could also go and hit that like button too. I don't think I've ever told you guys to do that, but you know, if you feel like it, that actually really does help promote these videos. So there you go. Until next time, peace out.